Hi everyone. Good to see some of you in the chat already. Phil, how you doing, my friend? You all right? Colm, always a pleasure to see you, mate. How you doing? Are you prepared for this game week, more importantly? That's what I want to know. Are you ready for this game week? I'll just wait a couple more minutes and then I'll start going through. You can already see my team. If you notice, 2 transfers have already been made. 2 transfers already been made. Have a look. And how do you think my team's looking, guys? Wildcards active. Phil, who have you got in your team? Let me know. Hello, Milos. How's it going, my friend? Good to see you. First of all, let me know. Phil, who's in your wildcard? List it down. I'm intrigued to see. Wildcard this week and not next week. Did the Saka injury or something force your hand? Thank you. So this is the team, as you can see, Sales after last week's heroics. My goodness, against Leicester. Trent, he's managed to stay in my team. I've not got rid of him yet. I know Lord's got rid of him to bring in Palmer. I went the other route. So I might as well tell you now, 2 transfers have already been made. Saka's gone, Palmer's in, and Havertz is gone, and Raul Jimenez is in. So 2 Arsenal players have gone. It's made me a bit nervous to already do that, to be honest, but guess what? It had to be done. So Trent's still in. Mikalenko over Gabriel. You need to let me know because I'm confused who to start with this one. I'm really not sure what to do. Mikalenko versus Gabriel. It's a tough one for me. I think Liverpool are going to score, but then Arsenal's superior defense, and Gabriel could get something in the corners. Compared to, okay, Milos, you've done Saka to Palmer as well. Love that. Saka and Trent out for Palmer and Vardy, triple captain Haaland. Whoa, Colm, you're fully going for it, and I love it. So that's really, really good. Wildcard already used. I benched Gabriel Milos. That's the situation that I'm in. Who did he bench him for? That works. Nice to see you. Third transfer. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to save it for this video. So let me put up some of the people here as well. And thank you for everyone that's already representing. I know there's loads of deadline streams and Milos as well. I've done the same thing here, you know. Benched Gabriel, but I'm having second thoughts. I'm not sure. Who did he bench him for? Colm is fully going for it. Saka and Trent out for Palmer and Vardy, triple captain on Haaland. Wild card in 12. You've still got a wild card. You must be having a good season for you to have not already have wasted it like we have. Oh yeah, this is good. 8 Nori going. Yeah, that's a good shout. It's better than my Mikalenko, although it's kind of a contradiction I've got here. 2 Everton players and a Fulham player, and I want my Fulham player to score. But it happens in FPL. Yes, Jay. What have you got? Saka for Son. Can we have a prayer for Jay, please? She's gone Saka for Son. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. And then Son got injured. That's painful. That's very unlucky. But if you watched my last video, Jay, you would have seen I said don't do moves until after the end of the game week. I did say that. Just saying, I did say that. Evening, Mr. Trophy. Let me see what he's saying here. The skirt he wear got good, brother. What? That's oh, he's talking about DCL. Oh, I'm not going to comment on that. His fashion sense, let's just say, is different. Yeah, he's got his own unique fashion style. But it's good to see so many of you in here already. I really like that. Look at this. I'm not sure now. So here's the dilemma I've got, and I could do with your help. Even though I've been playing FPL, I think for like 20 years, there come certain situations where I'm stuck, and I start doubting myself, if I'm honest with you. So Diaz is the one here now. He played in the last 2 games 14 minutes and is it 17 or something like that, 24 and 17, so nowhere near good enough. Taking up a Liverpool spot, a midfield spot. He's got Arsenal this weekend. So do I get rid of him? I've got 2 million in the bank. I can reach Phil Foden, or I can go Brennan Johnson, or I could play Semenyo, who's on my bench. What do you guys think? What do I do? Make the move and go for the Foden potential haul against Southampton, which we're predicting that to be the best game. And we're going to look at in a minute the predictions of the scores and whatnot. That could actually help you. What do you think I should do, guys? Let me know in the chat, please. Diaz. So that's either Foden or play Diaz, or what's his name, Brennan Johnson, or the last option is play Semenyo. That's the 4 options I've got here. I'm intrigued to see what you guys think. So I am really, really stuck. The rest of the team I'm comfortable with. Rodgers, he's been excellent. And Bumo, his prediction score is actually pretty good. Raul Jimenez against Everton, Haaland, captain. But should we triple captain him? That's another question, actually. And then Calvert-Lewin, the blanking machine. Does he score this game week? So I'm sure some of you have got some of these dilemmas here. I'm going to run you through, actually, while we're still looking. Look at my predicted. So this is the predicted feature on the Fantasy Scout members area. I'm not sure if any of you have joined, or if you fancy joining, I've got a link in my description. It's an affiliate link. So look at this. It's not predicted to be a good game week, 56. Like, I'd like to think sometimes the 60 to 70 is the one that I'm really always looking for, but you never know. Trent's not predicted much there. You could see he's playing Arsenal, and Diaz is not predicted. Rodgers and actually Mbumo and Haaland are the ones, and Palmer against Newcastle. So that's the ones who are predicted to score a lot of points. Let me see what Milos done. Let's have a look. So Milos gone. He sold Diaz, Foden last week. So you got stung last week, Milos, because he only played a couple minutes. He came on and got you an assist, though, so you was lucky there. So that was fortunate. We're hoping this week he gets the minutes. I'm thinking to join you because Southampton, I think Man City score 3 or 4. We know Haaland more than likely gets 2, but surely Foden is one of the potential goal scorers in that midfield. So that's what I'd like to think. 8 Nori is a lovely pick. I didn't want to get rid of TA Trent. I'm hearing he's carrying a bit of a knock, which did worry me, especially as Bradley's not been fit. So that I'm hearing they're managing him. So I'm not sure how much of an impact that would be, because I want to keep Trent, because after the Arsenal fixture, I like Liverpool's fixtures. So bear that in mind. That's the reason I didn't want to get rid of him. But I do like this, which made me -7. Oof. Okay, a 7-point gain. Was that a -7-point gain? Let's see what Vagwit's saying. Is anyone using the triple captain this game week? Terminator against Havertz. You know what? He's predicted. In fact, let's have a look why this is actually a very important question. Now, there's another slide. I actually didn't get a chance to put it together. And let me take this off so we can see the whole graphic. Manchester City, where are they? Here we go. Predicted to score near 4 goals, 3.35. Okay, 3.35. Look at the clean sheet ratio. If you've got Man City defenders, 50%. Now, I checked it back. This is the 9th game week. This is the highest predicted points for a player in the Premier League so far, and it's Haaland. It's even more predicted higher than when he smashed in a hat-trick against Ipswich. Now, we know this is predictions, and it might not come true. It could easily flop. But the reality is, if you are looking for a game week, a single game week with such high predicted points, this is the one. Now, there will be others. We will have Palmer. We will have Salah against Southampton, for example, later on in the season. The issue is, or you've got double game weeks. The issue is we've still got all of our other chips, and we've got the mystery chips, which are going to be better used in a double game week. So you see the conundrum here. It is useful for us to use this chip in a way to get it out of the way. And I had a good discussion with Praz last night on Deadline Dilemmas, and he come to the same consensus that the triple captain, as much as we love it and it's the most fun, it's realistically the worst chip, like returning wise. Bench boost has got bigger potential to return. So something to bear in mind. But Man City's odds, look at Southampton. 0.7 prediction for a goal and 4% clean sheet. That's the lowest I've seen this season. So all the odd makers, they're bracing themselves for a bad beating for Southampton, okay? The other games, Brentford, so if you've got Mbumo, they're predicted to score 2 with a clean sheet ratio of 32%. So if you've got Pinnock or any other their defensive assets, Flecken, you've got a good chance there. Chelsea, we saw against Liverpool last week, their attack is looking tasty. The defense, yeah, they still look a bit clumsy. He's got work on that there. They looked clumsy there. But the attack looks incredible. And they're predicted to score more than 2 goals against Newcastle. Look at Newcastle's clean sheet odds, 12%. Any other standout games is Brighton. So if you've got a Brighton assets against Wolves, they're predicted to score 2 goals or maybe more and 32% clean sheet odds. Apart from that, a lot of the games this weekend tend to be pretty evenly matched, especially as Liverpool playing Arsenal. Okay, so this is pretty important. If you're stuck and you're not sure if there's a 50-50, for example, like I had Gabriel versus Mikalenko. So I think Milos has got a similar scenario. His one's got 8 Nori. So that's a much better asset. But if I looked at Gabriel's clean sheet odds are at 27% and Everton's clean sheet odds are at 24%. Then when you add that Arsenal's a superior team and they're at home, and then you add that Gabriel's attacking returns, potential attacking returns, it makes it almost straightforward. I think I'm going to switch that. Milos is one. His scenario is with Wolves. There we go. The clean sheet odds for Aït-Nouri is not looking good, Milos. So you have to consider that. They're 12%. So you playing him, it's more than likely you're chasing an attacking return. So that's the honest truth. That's what the data tells us, okay? And the projections. So bear that in mind. So these are the sort of standout. West Ham against United, 18% clean sheet odds. Not looking good there. So if you have got a Manchester United attacker. Oh, this is breaking news here. Wow. Okay, it's happening. Jay's on Haaland captain. Big. This is big here. Milos is going for it as well. Look, yeah. Okay, so Vagworks, you've got other people going for it. And I do think, honestly, it's one of those ones we always feel safe as a manager, keeping it in our pockets for hard times and just in case and whatever. But the reality is we've got more than enough chips for the second half of the season. We don't even know what the mystery chip is. It could be basically 2 captains you can pick in one game. And you're going to want to use that. There's only 2 big double game weeks in this season, unless we have, something drastic happens and they schedule another one in. So, yeah, definitely bear that in mind. This is, if I can see it already, it's, what do you think, Mo? Any changes you'd make? Right, let's go back and have a look at Phil's team. Let's all look at it. So this is Phil's on the wild card. So he's got Sales. Yeah, I like Sales. I've got him myself. Flapiansky at the bench. Lewis, Pinnock, Mikalenko. So you've gone. And Canute is your Liverpool cover. Interesting. Aït-Nouri. All right. Salah, Palmer, Rogers, McNeil, Bumo, Strand Larson, Haaland. Yeah, I like it. I'm trying to think what you're missing. You haven't got Spurs coverage, which you can't have everyone. But it would have been nice. Couldn't you fit in, instead of McNeil, then a way to get Brennan Johnson in? I mean, it's not the end of the world, if I'm honest with you. But when you look at the fixtures, where are the fixtures? Here we go. When you look at the fixtures, Spurs, where are they? Crystal Palace, Aston Villa, Ipswich. This fixture, game week 11. But I mean, you could make a transfer then. So it's not the end of the world. It would be nice to have. Whether Son's fit, this is the one that is a big, big one here. I think Spurs, especially when you look at Chelsea's got Arsenal. Liverpool's got, where is it? I think the fixtures are not the best for the other team. So this is where a Spurs attacker could be useful. But you don't need to do it right now. I really like the team's solid. You've got the 2 massive premiums in midfield. You've got the most expensive player up top. And yeah, Strang Larson. What about Raul Jimenez? You prefer Wolves? Look at Wolves' fixtures, though. I don't blame you. Yeah, Wolves' fixtures are the best. Brighton, Crystal Palace, Southampton, Fulham, Bournemouth, and yeah, fair play. And he got the goal against Manchester City, so that's a confidence booster, And he was impressed. He stayed on longer than Cunha, which surprised me because I thought they wanted the legs for the counter attack. So that did actually surprise me. So yeah, that was impressive actually. So yeah, I like the team. I'm trying to think if there's a way you could fit in, like I said, fit in a Spurs attacker. Let me have a look here. 0 in the bank. Okay, so it's very tight. First time had Haaland. Also, you never had Haaland before, so that mostly worked out for you pretty well, actually. 2 seconds, guys. Let me just do this. I'm trying to think now. Because bear in mind, remind me, please. Keeping an eye out. Remind me as well. I'm planning to stay here just to 6 o'clock. I've got something to sort out after, but remind me to make sure to make my last transfer, or at least make sure the team is ready. So that's what I was just checking in on as well. Make sure I've got it all loaded and good to go, just in case. But let me come back to you guys over here. Okay, let's have a look. So the reason I bench Gabriel is I also have Raya. Okay, so you've got the coverage already. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Liverpool defense is great and VVD and Canute is strong versus... That's 100% correct. In that instance, I'm with you. That makes perfect sense, yeah. Double Arsenal defense seems tricky in a fixture like this where I predict Liverpool to score. I'm not predicting Liverpool to win because Arsenal are so strong at home. But yeah, I agree with you. That makes perfect sense, yeah. I would have done the same thing. But let me see the other transfer. So done Saka to Palmer and Gabriel to Aït-Nouri for -4 this week. Am I cooked? No, no. I think you've actually no. I think that's lovely picks. That's good picks there, Orange. Because when you look, where are we? Let's go back here. Who have you done? Look at Palmer. 2 point, basically more than 2 goals for against Newcastle. Look at his predicted points. And that's one attacking return, 6.8. You might as well say 7. So no, you've made a good choice. With Saka, first of all, you've got the injury doubt. You've also got that he's playing Liverpool, the best defense in the league so far. I'm going to put it that way because I still believe Arsenal, when everyone's fit, is the best defense in the league. So it is I think it's a good gamble. And then to add to the to make yourself feel better that you got rid of Saka, let me show you this as well. Arsenal's fixtures, they've got, where are they? So Liverpool at home, then Newcastle, who I expect Arsenal to win, by the way, but the probability, because Newcastle are a tricky customer, I doubt they're going to get thrashed. So I expect Arsenal to win. So you should get away with that with no Saka. Then they've got Chelsea. Yes, their defense is a little bit shaky, but still, it's a bit of a trickier fixture. I think Arsenal come game week 12, we're going to be ready to jump back on. That's after the international break. So we're going to be looking, because look, Nottingham Forest, West Ham, Manchester United, which is probably one of the easiest games in the Premier at the moment. So yeah, I think that for now, removing Saka from my perspective, I hope it doesn't burn me, because obviously I'm a Liverpool fan and I hope he doesn't score this weekend. But yeah, at the moment, I think that's a perfect move. So let me go back here. So let's have a look here. So this is my team, guys. So I'm going to swap. You know what? I'm going to swap Gabriel for Mykolenko. I've made my mind up on that. Lou and leave the bench in order exactly like that. Greaves, I'm not going to make a change. No chance. Leave him. He can rot until he's fit. Third sub, I'm hoping I've got 2 good subs. I don't need to utilize a third sub. I mean, when we're using a third sub, you know it's a bad game week. So let's hope that's not the case. I can see the conversations going on in the chat. Is what I like to see. Remember, any questions or any 50-50s, please let me know. So the other discussion point as well is captaincy. Now, I think it's pretty obvious. The majority are going to go for Haaland. If you don't own Haaland, who would you captain this week? Let me know in the chat. If you didn't own Haaland, which loads don't actually, and they're flying. Game week 1 and 2 and 3, a lot of us Haaland managers were looking at them and laughing and, you know, looking down at them with our chest high up. But the reality is, since then, he's had 3 blanks, and we've captained him for those 3 blanks. So people that had the alternatives, they flew up the leagues. Palmer, second best. Yeah, I think this is spot on here. Yeah, I think you're right. This is what I wanted to see what others say. I think this is a decent shout. 1 minute, let me see if Foden is due a haul. So probably him. Mbumo, loads are going him. Foden. Let's look at Mbumo's predicted. Well, Brentford predicted to score 2. He's the penalty taker. All attacks coming through him. Wissa's back, which is very good news. People think it's not good news. No, it's very good news. It's another person for the opponents to have to mark. It means more space for him. So that's really, really good. But I think you're right. They're the 2. I think they're the 2 options. Palmer and then Mbumo, isn't it? There's not really much. So you're not going to captain a Liverpool or Arsenal player. They sort of cancel each other out, albeit they can return, but too much of a risk. With Foden, now there's something to discuss here. From my perspective, I thought something's wrong with Foden and Pep Guardiola. The Premier League player of the season is hardly played any minutes. When I look at Foden's minutes, they're strange. I know that at the start it was allegedly that he was injured or sick, but we're talking now, we're near Christmas, and he's still not featuring. He played midweek. Everyone made the assumption as Grealish and Doku were both injured, surely he plays wide. No. And I've read a couple of articles saying that Pep doesn't like him wide. I think we gathered that even when we watched him in the Euros for England, that's not his best position. He's a player that causes havoc in central positions. So midweek in Champions League, he played him in the middle, and he played, only Pep can do this, the central midfielder that they actually bought, Nunes, they played him wide. Yeah, you can't make this stuff up, can you? But it's worked. So now the issue we've got here, does Foden dropped to the bench against Southampton and he reverts back to his situation and plays Nunes wide and brings in, Gundogan, Silva, and Kovacic, says the three in the middle. Or has Foden done enough? He scored midweek for the Champions League. He got the assist against Wolves last week. We know he's had a difficult summer form-wise, but surely Pep gives him the opportunity to play himself into form. I mean, it seems logical from my perspective. What do you guys think? Do you think that's reasonable? Do you think he comes in? So another question, do you think Foden starts against Southampton? That's a simple question. Do you think he starts against Southampton? Let me see what we got going on here. I'm all start one of Davis or Robinson and one of ESR and Semenyo. So let's have a look. So who we got here? So Davis, Ipswich versus Brentford. So he's got good attacking threat, I know, but I don't like that. Robinson for Fulham. I'd start Robinson against Fulham. So yeah. So Robinson instead of Davis. I know it sounds, Davis has got the attacking numbers. I think he's surprised a lot of us, but the clean sheet odds are grim. I'd like a little bit of hope of clean sheet odds. It's 14%. And then we've got ESR versus Semenyo. Fulham versus Everton. So what's Fulham's odds? At least 1.43. Or Semenyo, where's Bournemouth? Where are they? Where's my eyes? Bournemouth are 1.28. That is tight. Villa's a superior, yeah, because of its Villa's is a superior team. I say start ESR. What's his minutes been recently, though? Just to double check that, because one thing I do know, Semenyo is the alpha in that team. Minutes wise, you saw against Arsenal, he could have scored a couple of goals. He's a bit wild in the finishing, but the point I'm getting at, he's like the main guy there, and this will be his last season, I reckon, at Bournemouth. He looks a step above. So what's ESR? If someone can tell me ESR's minutes, let's have a look, because that's the only thing that frightens me. I know at one stage he wasn't really getting the minutes, was he? Let's have a look. 79, 25, 87. I think the 25 one was against Manchester City, which was obvious you won't play him. He's not a runner, and Man City was going to have the ball for 90 minutes. I say go ESR. I'd be intrigued to see. That's a tough one, though, mate. It honestly is. Go with what you feel at the end of the day. That's my opinion, but definitely go with what you think. That's a tough one. So yes, Foden to start. If you think that, if there's enough people in the chat that can give me the confidence, I mean, it is Pep. I'm gonna go for it. Like my season. I need something to ignite this season. I've not had a great start to the season. I need something to ignite it, and this could be the one. A Foden brace. That could be, honestly, that could be a game changer. Let's have a look here. If Pep starts a dodgy Gundogan or off late, then I might. You know what? I'm honest with you. I love Gundogan, but he has been a bit suspect recently, especially with the ball. Without the ball, we never really look at him as the player to say, he's an elite defensive midfielder, or he's a controlling midfielder, you might as well say. But he has been suspect. I'm in agreement with you, and that's not my Foden bias kicking in. It's the truth. He has been a bit suspect. I've read that as well from like City correspondents. I've decided to go, big. Yeah. I would like to see that as well. So Haaland triple captain. Oh my God, it seems like everyone in the chat is going Haaland triple captain. Everyone, this one is making me jealous. You know that, guys. I'm gonna be serious. This one is making me, yeah, you're making me jealous now. So let me see what you said here, Apple. So if you're a Liverpool fan, but why Diaz and not move on to Foden? Yeah, I rate Diaz, but the last couple of weeks, I've misjudged the minutes, honest truth. I knew after this international break, Slot was concerned, because after the last international break, that's when we lost to Nottingham Forest. So it wasn't a surprise where he dropped the two South Americans. Did you notice they didn't play McAllister and Diaz? I'd like to think Diaz starts against Arsenal, especially as he didn't start midweek in the Champions League against Leipzig, which that surprised me as well. So he was a bench player there. So as I said, my options there, do nothing and play Diaz, play my sub Semenyo, or Foden or Brennan Johnson. So they're my options, guys. So how much still got enough time to make that move. score for Arsenal, Liverpool. What predicted? I'm thinking I'm going to go 1-1. Obviously, I want Liverpool to win, but if I'm being honest with you, I think it's a score draw. And I think when you look at the odds, I think they're predicting Arsenal's just about, look, it's very, very tight, the predicted goals and the predicted clean sheets. I think to me, it looks like a 1-1, but Arsenal at home, very, very strong. So yeah, I'm going to predict Eve Gamer. I'm going to predict 1-1. I don't know what you guys in the chat thinks. Who would you pick? Palmer and Bumo, captain. Palmer. Just, I've seen enough of this guy now to know he's the real deal. Super greedy. Perfect for FPL. Super greedy. Gets them shots off. Even against Liverpool, where we controlled him really, really well. We didn't give him much chances. And he still had a couple of shots. If it wasn't for Jones' double stop, he would have got a goal. So against Newcastle, and he takes the penalties and all the set pieces. Mbumo is class this week. If you want to go for a differential captain, he would be the best. But I think if I'm not captaining Haaland this week, I need a consistent returner, and I think Palmer's the one. Yeah. Depends. Unless you've got a high risk, a high appetite for risk, then you can go on Mbumo. Let's have a look here. You know what? The Garnacho punt is good. It really is good. Look at the United fixtures. Look at United's odds this week. Where are they? Oh, yeah, it's at the bottom, isn't it? Predicted to score near 2 goals, and West Ham's clean sheet odds are 18%. So even this week, if you're thinking real short term, but long term, have a look at Manchester United's fixtures. West Ham, Chelsea, Leicester, Ipswich, Everton. So from game week 11 to 13, gorgeous fixtures. And I think Garnacho will be popular. If you saw his finish last week, Rashford's pass was incredible, but the finish, I mean, that's an elite finish, world-class finish, very difficult. He just puts it in first time while the ball's in the air. Like, yeah, I like him, and he's cheap as well. How much is he? In fact, I'm going to check that now. I'm not sure why. I've not considered that as an option, but that's a good shout. I do like him. Let's have a look how much he costs. 6.2 million. He might turn out to be the bargain. From that period, as I said to you, he's going to be a very, very good pick. Like, I know we joke about Manchester United. Well, I do anyway. But they're not going to stay like this all season. Surely, even Ten Hag is going to get he's getting injured players back now. And once he puts a little run together, and that fixture run there, if he doesn't perform well in that fixture run there, then you know he's definitely finished. So, yeah. But that's a good pick, yeah. Nothing wrong with that. I like the Garnacho pick as well. So, let me move it down here. So captaincy, guys, we spoke earlier on. I mean, I've got a captaincy slide, but if I'm totally honest with you, it's almost pointless this week. First of all, Saka could be injured, so no one's going to go there. Salah's playing Arsenal. So these are the normally main 4 captain, potentials. Haaland is the obvious pick this week. I mean, tell me in the chat if I'm going crazy. Loads were going crazy over his back heel goal in the Champions League. Did you think that was an amazing goal, or that it's a bit, not the nicest goal, wasn't it, to look at visually? I mean, it was incredible how he got there, but yeah, bit of an ugly goal from my perspective. But anyway, this week, the best captain, and Palmer's the second best captain. So I think it's a no-brainer this week. Pretty straightforward one. So I'm back here of knowing which transfer to do. As the clock ticks, so has everyone in the chat already made their changes? Like everyone already all locked in and all sorted and ready for this game week? Let's have a look, mate. So what we got? McNeil or Smith Rowe? McNeil or Smith Rowe? These are very tight calls, They're playing each other as well. That's a tough one, I'm struggling. McNeil, because it's the home team. And he's been, recently he's been I think McNeil's had a good recent run. Takes some of their set piece as well, doesn't he? I'm checking something right now, actually, see if I can help you with that decision. Yeah. 4 returns in the last 6 for McNeil. And the fixture's good. Home team, yeah. Abdullah, I think McNeil. Where was you? Where are you? It's a 50-50 decision, obviously, if you're asking. But which one, if you had to, if the button is right now, which one are you going for? Let me know. Let's have it. That's a tough one, Abdullah. So let me know who you go with in the end. That's a really, it's always horrible, these 50-50s. You know, in hindsight, they look easy. If McNeil scores and you've gone ESR, you're going to be like, oh, it's a tough one, that. Yeah, Phil, I think you're looking good. Kanute's been excellent this season. I mean, it gives you Liverpool coverage, but you could possibly go without Liverpool for the what? You could possibly go without Liverpool coverage. I mean, Arsenal, Brighton, Aston Villa, and back to Southampton, then Man City. You could possibly dodge. My take on it is, if it's not Trent, I don't think it's fully deserved. You don't have to have a Liverpool defensive asset. I mean, if it's not Trent, Trent is in our team not just because of clean sheets, it's because of the attacking returns. So that one there, you could work around on that, mate. Ah, look at this. Thank you very much. Where is it? Oh, let me go back up here. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you. Nice one. Really appreciate that. So obviously, I'm a Juice pundit. This is the show where it all started for me. So if you don't know about the Juice, comes on Tuesday live, 6 to 8. It's the best show, best FPL show and non-FPL, both. And football. It's got everything in one. It's super funny. The guests are incredible. The production is unreal. It's like one of the first studio-based FPL shows. So they've been good supporters. So thank you very much. I think this is, whether it's James and Tom, I think we've got Delia. Who else is on there? Rupert today. So they do Streamception 2 hours before every deadline. So it's normally a Friday or a Saturday morning. I was there last week on the Saturday morning. It was really good fun, apart from my journey up there. And as I said, the main show Tuesdays, 6 to 8. 100%. Go there, check the channel, and subscribe. It's simple as that. And make sure you watch it. I bet you, if you watch it once, come back and tell me what you think. You'll love it. So thank you very much. Really appreciate that. It's lovely of them, Yeah, this one came up. Hamza, this one come up before. Super, super tight, mate. I'm gonna be honest with you. Similar to I'm struggling with these 50-50 calls. Did I say Semenyo earlier? That's how tight it is. No, because he's playing Aston Villa. Go ESR. Yeah, go ESR. Everton are worse than Aston Villa. I think that's the way I'm going to look at that one. They're so tight. I prefer Semenyo as an attacker than ESR, even though Smith Rowe is wicked. But Semenyo this season, his numbers. I'm going to bring up some more stats for you to help you with that decision. Semenyo this season, I'll tell you what. Let me bring up some more stats, hopefully, to help with these 50-50 calls. When they're this tight, we need more. Let's get to this. Sorry, guys, that's the bit of dead time there. I'm trying to bring up some more statistics to actually help with these calls, because they're so tight. But I'm going to give you something that will help you. Well, it's most probably going to contradict what I said, because I think it's going to help with Semenyo, because Semenyo's numbers, right? So Semenyo's having a shot every 16, 17 minutes. So he's the best shot per minute ratio. Like, it's ridiculous, okay? He's had 37 goal attempts so far this season, which is up there as one of the best. He's already got 3 goals, chances created 8. It's not looking good. If you look at it as a comparison like that, but we need to compare the opponents. Everton are nowhere near as good as Aston Villa. Aston Villa, they're 3 wins from 3 in the Champions League, which one of them is Bayern Munich, before people tell me, oh, they've played no one. And they've got an elite manager, and they're very strong at home. So that's the reason I think ESR. Simple as that. But the stats, if you're looking at, if you're an analytics head, just leave it on Semenyo. That's the honest truth. Yeah, because Smith Rowe doesn't feature on this stats table. I've got a stats table in the Scout membership area where I call it loves a shot, and I look at, basically I'm trying to find the greedy attackers, who's popping the shots off, who's getting the shots off in good areas. Semenyo is top. So yeah, I think I've confused you more there, mate, Hamza. I've tried to say to you the stats go for Semenyo, but Smith Rowe has got the easier team. So yeah, sorry if it's not that much help. These are 50-50s. They're really, really tight. Doing my transfer soon. What we got? Doing my transfer soon. Probably going Gabriel likely or TAA to Vardio, playing wildcard. Yeah, wildcard in 12, mate. Looks good. And your transfer is good. Me personally, I'd keep Trent, but I can totally understand that gives you more money back to potentially move around in midfield like Palmer or another premium, whether it's Son for game week, is it 10 when they play Ipswich? So totally understand that. Yeah, you're in good shape, mate. You ain't really, you've still got a wild card in your pocket, so you can gamble a little bit more. Let's see what Jesse's got going on here. 2 seconds, guys. I'm just checking. I thought I got given team news here, but it wasn't. No, so I'm just checking. I do have one for each transfer after bringing in Son, but worst case, Semenyo is first sub, so I don't think I'll be making. Yeah, you're in a good position. You don't need to panic. Some were saying to even start Son, and just in case Angie's doing. I mean, I don't think he's going to play, but if he comes on, do you prefer a cameo appearance from Son compared to a 90 minutes from Semenyo? That's your shout. So be careful with that, just in case if you start Son and he comes on for 15 minutes or something, and you'd prefer Semenyo the 90. So make sure you sort out your bench in order. Yeah, no brainer. If you miss Holland this week, your rank will fall into the. It's true. It is true. Yeah. If you miss Holland this week, your rank, yeah, it is one of those. But this season, it's been a strange season. A lot of managers I know, really, really elite managers with a ridiculous record, I've gone without him and they've been fine. They're already in the top 300k, top 200. So you can play FPL in different ways. I know it's scary, especially when you consider Haaland is a goal scoring machine. Manchester City favourites for the Prem. There's all of this stuff kind of towards his side, but you can go other ways. No Haaland means you could have a Watkins up front and a Salah and maybe a Saka, something like that. So you bear that in mind. But totally agree with you, mate. Yeah, it's a painful one if you get that wrong. Let's go. I'm just going through the comments. Hopefully I don't miss none. Saka to Foden or roll. You're welcome, my friend. You're in the same position as me. Mohammed, same name as me as well. So same position. Before the deadline, I'm not actually, mine's not Saka, mine's Diaz. So it's a little bit different. But the point is, Foden is so tempting. Look at the predicted goals for Manchester City, near 4 goals. I mean, come on, man. Look at Haaland's statistics at the moment. Has a shot every, 15 minutes or something like that. Every 20 minutes, I should say. 35 big chances. Too much. The stats are all on his side. Even though he's had, the 3 blanks in the Prem, which have put a lot of us on. I would do. It depends if you want Salah for the long term. If you want Salah for the long term, look at the fixtures. Who do you want more? Foden for the next look. Foden for Southampton, Bournemouth, Brighton, and Tottenham are perfect fixtures. The problem we've got, can we guarantee his minutes? We spoke at the start of the stream, so I won't repeat the stuff there. But it was just discussing. We're not quite sure what's going on. Even with the injuries to the wide players, it seems like he's adamant in playing Foden through central positions. So I'm not quite sure that. Where with Salah, one thing you've got is peace of mind. The minutes, he'll play the majority. Yes, Slot is not like Klopp. He does rest players. He took off Salah in midweek in Champions League. Salah was fuming. You could tell by the way he even, when they shake hands at the end, it was one of the fuming ones. Anyway, let's just say that. But he's trying to look out for him. Expect him to play 90 minutes against Arsenal. Simple as that. And so if you don't want no minute risk, go for Salah. Save your transfer, go for Salah. But if you're hungry for and want to gamble this week, the potential for Foden against Southampton is super juicy. So you got to make that call yourself, mate. I might go Foden before the deadline. Let's just say that. Just worried for the 2 home games for us. So, for the 2 home games for us. What do you mean, Phil? For who? Just flicking through. Mikalenko or Konza, another tight one. Konza's clean sheet odds are 28%, Mikalenko 24%, but you've got 0 attacking threat with Konza and you've got some attacking threat with Mikalenko. I think I'd veer on Mikalenko here, you know, just because of the attacking return, because the clean sheet odds are very close. We're talking 4% difference. Bournemouth are very good this season, so they could easily get a goal. If they do, you're kind of sitting there thinking, what's the whole point of looking at Konsa? Where with Mikalenko, there's still a potential for an attacking return. So that will be my take there. Shows you how you made a decision on your triple captain. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do there. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not sure. Part of me thinks to use it. I'm really not sure. I'm stuck on that one, you know, Jay. I'm stuck. I'm the only one playing Saka this game. I think you might be right. A lot of people have got rid of him. No, I think people will play him. There's people that think Arteta is playing mind games. He told Sky Sports, he told Saka to hide while Sky Sports was there filming their training. And then when they leave, he comes out and trains normally. You'd never know of this guy. One thing I will say is Arsenal looked a little bit toothless without Saka against Bournemouth, even before the red card. And the point I'm saying that is, it looks like no Odegaard and no Saka is almost a bit too much for the attacking output of that team. So I do think even if Saka's 75%, I think he'll risk him because they need to be an attacking threat against Liverpool. Otherwise, if Liverpool feel too comfortable at the back, they can just keep piling the pressure on, even though that defense is incredible. So I do think he's got a good chance of playing. I mean, whether he does good or not, I'm not quite sure there. Yeah. Very good. Very good show, Juice. Ash owes me 5 wings. Yeah, you ain't getting that. Ash don't give no. Ash doesn't pay back his debts. I'm going to tell you that now. He owes me money as well. I think we answered this here. Look at this. I love this. Yeah, this is actually, I always forget this. I get so involved and stuck in. Please, hopefully you are enjoying this and I'm enjoying it. So please like and subscribe. As Junior Nova just says there, goes a big, you know, I'm close to 1,000 subscribers. So hopefully we can get there before Christmas. That would be lovely. So yeah, thank you. Good reminder because I keep forgetting. So good reminder. Good evening. Okay. So having a separate conversation. 2 trophy. Ni hao. How's it going, Ni hao? You okay? Are you using triple captain? We just spoke about this. I'm not sure. I'm 50-50. I might activate it. I'm really not sure. Part of me, I think I'm holding it just for the sake of holding it. Many times, I can tell you now, I've held it and I've used it in the last game of the season and it's been a flop. It's like keeping it in my pocket gives me this comfort where this game, Manchester City versus Southampton, at this moment right now, it's got the best predicted odds in the Premier League. Like ridiculous. They're predicted, look, near 4 goals. It's even better prediction than when they smashed Ipswich. They weren't predicted this high. Southampton got a 4% chance of keeping a clean sheet. That means there's no chance. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm 50-50. I don't know. That's the honest truth. Edison, as much as we make jokes and laugh, it's Manchester City. Look at Manchester City's clean sheet odds, 50%. So I definitely play, yeah, that one. Even though he's been a troll, Manchester City, for some reason, don't keep clean sheets. Like they dominate the game, they keep the ball for practically 90 minutes, and they let in a silly goal. Very, very frustrating. Very, very frustrating if you're an owner. I've only got one, Lewis, but for example, Praz, he's got double City. A lot of people have got either Lewis and Vardio or one of the defenders and Edison. Surely this week there's a clean sheet. That's the honest truth. Play Edison. And Rodgers and McNeil, Rodgers this season for me, the minutes, Aston Villa at home, superior team. They're nearly predicted to score 2 goals. Even though McNeil at home as well, he's been good this season, no lies. But for me, I'd play Rodgers. I'm playing Rodgers. I look at him now as a starter. I don't even look at him as a rotation cheap player. That's it now. I know at the start of the season, he was going really slow with the points. Yeah, and he's unlucky. Some of them wasn't his fault. He was putting it on the plate for Watkins, who was missing. But for me now, no, play him. Yes, Phil, you're right. But the fixtures for us, what was he saying? What do you think, Phil? What you're concerned? I think the fixtures are good for us. Brighton, Aston Villa, I like him. I think under Slot, I've seen enough to know that we're never gonna maybe smash teams to pieces like under Klopp. But then under Klopp, every game we gave away 3 or 4 one-on-ones because it's so gun-ho. A big noticeable difference was Trent against Chelsea. Now, think back under Klopp. He doesn't care who the opponents are. It could be Real Madrid with Vinny. Trent will be near the corner flag because his theory is, I'm going to push them back. They have to follow us. Don't worry about them. And he leaves Van Dijk and Canute and Alisson by themselves. Whereas Slot last week, he's like, no, Trent had 0 XG. I think that's the first time. I can't remember the last time Trent had 0 XG. So that tells you, he's mostly said to him, look, this game here today, chill a little bit, tuck in a bit more, stay closer to Van Dijk and Canute. We don't need you bombing forward. We've got enough firepower up front. And he was right in the end. So that's the difference. I think this year, I think we're a bit more solid and maybe a little bit less attacking. But so far, Phil, I think we've gone really, really well. I'm not getting carried away. I'm not going to say we're going to win the league, but so far, very good. Look at this here. Play 8 Nori and Mikalenko. These are so hard. My goodness. I can see why these keep coming up. 8 Nori's clean sheets. No, Mikalenko here. Yeah. Both got attacking returns. Yeah, 8 Nori's a better player. Wolves maybe a better team than Everton. But Everton's clean sheet odds, 24%, a little bit more better. It's getting close. When you start reaching 30% upwards, that's very good in the Premier League of clean sheet odds. It's very tough to get them. You've seen this season, we're hardly getting clean sheet odds. So yeah, go for that. Mbumo to Palmer. It's the worst week to get rid of Mbumo. Look what Mbumo's predicted. He's predicted to score, look, near 6 points, similar to Palmer. That's a tough one. They've both got high ownership. Obviously, Palmer's a better player. So if you feel we need to do it this week, do it. But that's a very difficult one. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, it's a worst week to get rid of him, Mbumo. But yeah, if it means you're getting Palmer in, yeah, reluctantly, yes. Keep the questions coming, guys. We're doing pretty good here. The Cartel are now watching you live. Hey, the Cartel, how you lot all doing? In fact, why can't the Cartel give me information about who's starting? Is Foden starting? So you might not get the Cartel reference. The Cartel basically are elite FPL managers who knew last week that who is it? Basically, Saka was injured, so they all sold him to Son, but they kept this information secret. FPL Juice have cracked who the Cartel is and have been discussing it on the channel. So now they're getting extra insight. So that's what this is about. Just in case it seems like, what are they talking about? So yeah, this is big deal what Juice have uncovered there. Let's just say that. Let me go back to the questions here. What's Palmer? What we got here? How long is Jota expected to be out for? Jota's one. He gave us an update. This press conference was this morning. Slot said he confirmed it real quick. He's like, Jota's not in the squad. He's not in contention for this weekend. So it must have been pretty bad for him to completely rule him out. We're not even sure if it's a broken rib. I think that would have come out if it was broken rib. So maybe very badly bruised because that tank fell on him and crushed these ribs. It did look painful. I've experienced that before and it is horrible. How long is he going to be out for? No clue. We'll get an update very soon, but surely before the international break. And for the second part of your question, I think Darwin Núñez, football-wise, let's just say this, has done really well in the last 2 games. He's had a lot of stick. We know this. He's going to have to change his game under Slot because under Klopp, I still believe Darwin Núñez will be a success. Now I do get the feeling he won't be at Liverpool after summer. That's my opinion, but let's see if that changes. As an FPL pick, nah, there's other options. There's too many other options. That's the honest truth. Look, Raul Jimenez, Chris Wood is flying. You've got even Vardy. I know Vardy's frustrated. Don't go DCL or what I've done, whatever you do. But there's options. The point I'm getting at, there's enough. Even if you want to spend a little bit more money and go to what's his name, Dominic Solanke, there's good options for you to not risk. Núñez, as I said, playing well football wise, but FPL wise, no. Save yourself. Save yourself. Yeah, don't do that. Let's have a look here. I'm here. New here. Found you via Praz. Oh, perfect. Jason, welcome. Thank you. Yeah, Praz is a top guy. I've known him for a very long time. We've been chatting FPL for years. So, yeah, I'm glad you've found me via Praz. He's an elite manager. Like, I love talking FPL with him. I was talking on WhatsApp just before I jumped on stream. So I wanted his opinion on something. But he's record. It's understandable why so much people love him and respect him and why he's so popular. He's just a top guy. So yeah, I'm glad you're here, Jason. Cartel now is what. Oh, okay, I've already put that up. Did it say? Look out. Oh, because I've given away the gig there. That's what that is. Jason, what you saying? Do you think I should do Saka and Gabriel to Palmer and ignore Rios? Already have Salah and Holland. Wow, so your team's Foden for the 1 week against Southampton sounds delicious, and his fixtures gorgeous. The next coming fixtures, Foden's minutes though. So Jason, it comes down to your appetite for risk, or how annoyed are you going to get if you bring him in and he starts on a bench this weekend, or he plays this weekend and doesn't play the next weekend. Is that going to frustrate you? Where Palmer is just like Salah now. Remember when Salah played every minute of every game? And to be fair, Saka's one of those as well when he's fit. No headache, take penalties, play every minute, every fixture, take set pieces. So Palmer, if you want a safe bet, no headache, and to stack your transfers, do that. But if you want to be different, Foden is still very low ownership. So if he does, say Foden goes crazy against Southampton, you will fly up the mini leagues because he's low owned. People are scared to go there. So that comes down to your appetite, Jason, like your risk appetite. For me, both of them are lovely. Palmer, yeah, Palmer's just a peace of mind, isn't it? Just the easy. If you don't want no headache, but if you want something a bit, yeah, if you want to be aggressive in your mini leagues, go Foden. That's what I would say. Yeah, that's my take on that. Not sure if everyone else in the chat agrees. Cover for me now. I'm Soul Trent. That's why we've got fair play. Yeah, you wanted a bit of the defensive cover. Nothing wrong with that. And Canute has been very good in set pieces. So, and he's been excellent this season. I'm so happy he got his new deal. I love him. Top player. Only a couple more minutes, guys. I wish I was going up to 6:30, but I'm really enjoying this, but I've got to jump off. Let me see how long I can go. So what we got here. Triple cap Palmer. This week. Oof. I mean, he is predicted to Chelsea's return odds are 2 goals plus, and he's predicted to score similar to Haaland, and it'll be a differential one. But for me, I'm not sure. It depends, as I said, your risk appetite. Nothing wrong with that. Me sitting here telling you that looks crazy and watch him score 2 goals and an assist, then you come back for me. So nothing wrong with that at all. The safe bet, the boring bet is just to go that Terminator Haaland. That's what I will say. Is it normal to bench TA and play Konsa, Mikalenko? I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I know I've just spoke about Trent was much more reserved against Chelsea last week. I think that's their system, how they played. And he had two wingers he had to look after. And to be fair, he done a good job. I don't think he'll play like that this week. He'll get a bit more permission. And you never know, maybe a set piece. Where the other guys, yeah, you got more odds maybe for a clean sheet. You've got more odds for a clean sheet. But if that clean sheet goes, you might as well turn that game off. You're not really going to get an attack in return. Unlike Trent, even up to the 90th minute, he could pop up. So, especially as game state. Now, if you know what I mean by that, is that if Arsenal are winning 1-0 or 2-1 in his last 15 minutes, Slot's going to not tell Trent to stay back and just defend his area. No, he's going to go bomb forward. So easily could get something. So for me, Trent at that price, you play him every fixture. That's my take on that. Couple more question, guys. Yes. Yes, in. Thank you. It's good to see you, bro. Yeah, you finally made it on here. That's good stuff. Are you all locked in for this week? Decisions all made? I'm the only one here for they were part of the cartel. No, I can officially confirm I still had Saka this week, so I'm not part of the cartel. The cartel members all sold him last week. They had secret info. I'm one of the ones that, unless I see Saka in a wheelchair, I play him. He's the one he plays every game normally. Yeah, don't forget, I'm tempting to use go for it, mate. Nothing wrong with it. This week here, it's one of the best weeks to use it. Go for it here. So nothing wrong with that at all. Like there's nothing wrong with that at all. So this is a interesting question, and it's part of my decision, yes, because I'm thinking, do I sell Diaz? And we spoke about this at the start, so I won't go into too much detail, but I think Diaz starts this week. If I get this one wrong, that is crazy. He didn't start the Champions League. He didn't start against the Chelsea, but we had an assumption because of the he was in South America. If he doesn't start this game, I'm starting to think, what's going on now? That's my honest take. Unless there's a dynamic, now there's no Jota. He thinks Gakpo's a better, whatever the reason is, the science behind it. He needs, for example, if that makes sense, if Nunes has to play, does he need Gakpo? I don't know. I'm just speculating here because surely Diaz starts. That's my take. What do you think? Bench Havertz, Liverpool or Rodgers? I play Havertz. No. Arsenal superior team. Even though the fixtures are hideous, Arsenal still predicted to nearly 1.5. Havertz plays 90 minutes every game. I don't think how important that is. Yes, Rodgers, I know against Bournemouth. Nah, Havertz. Nah. I'm one of the managers, but everyone's got different styles. Some do follow fixtures religiously, and they will play, even if the player is a £4.3 million player, they will drop a £9 million player if they've got a harder fixture. For me, Havertz, he's been excellent. I know last week against Bournemouth, he was killed as an attacking asset because of the red card. I had him, so I was fuming because I fancied him to get a couple of returns. But for me, nah, I would start him, mate. That's my take there. Couple more questions before we finish up, guys. What we got? Just not like playing around. Same, Phil. I've got the same issue. Exact same issue here. So yeah, I'm totally with you. I don't like that. Thank you very much, Ants. Thank you. Late one for me. I'm glad you joined though. I love that. Thank you. Appreciate it. And as a reminder, please, everyone that's in the chat, please like and subscribe. Like as Junior said earlier on, because I always forget to say it. So please do that. I'll be doing more of this season. Try come up to a regular sort of routine where I'll be doing more of these. Couple more questions and then I think we're done here. Vardy or Welbeck? Welbeck's fitness issues though. Is he back? Brighton are predicted to score 2. So if I knew he was fit, 100% Welbeck. But it was a back nerve issue. I'm not quite sure the recovery for that, how long. If you've got information that Welbeck is fit, play him over Vardy. Yeah, he's been incredible this season. Yeah, I don't blame you. You wildcarded not long ago, so your team is super solid. Yeah, you're set. You're okay. Robinson or Faz. Robinson, because of the attacking returns. Yeah, Robinson, I think. You've got a bit more potential there. Faz is... I know he's had one return, actually, but still. Couple more questions, guys. Bench one. Foden, Johnson, Palmer, Rodgers. Oof. Rodgers. Yeah, what a wicked midfield you've got there. Yeah, Rodgers. Johnson. Look at Spurs' potential numbers. 1.2. Yeah, Johnson. He plays the minutes as well. He matches Rodgers. Basically, he matches Rodgers for minutes and for attacking output. The difference is, I think Spurs are a better attacking team than Villa. And Crystal Palace have been struggling this season. Really, look at Crystal Palace's clean sheet odds at 14%. It's a little bit lower than even Bournemouth's. So yeah, tough one there though. You sold me. I'm going to go Foden and go. Good luck. Thank you very much, Jason. You know what? I think I'm going to go Foden. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to go for it. I better let you know now because I'm not going to make the I haven't got the screen on to make the transfer. I think I'm going to do it as well, Jason. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. This is what FPL's about. You got to go for the big potentials, surely. What, keep Diaz for what? He's 1 pointer, maybe 2 pointer. I mean, I hope he proves me wrong and gets a goal. But yeah. See, this worries me more. Look at this. That worries me more. If that happens, imagine my regret. I'm going to transfer him out. You see, you've done a good job there, mate. I needed that extra. I needed that extra thing there. Convincing. Goes deep into Champions League. Most likely we'll see you get 3 double game weeks. That I'm not sure. So there's 2 people in this field who are, so James from Planet Pod and Ben Krellinin. I know them both. I will have that information once it's out there. I don't look that far ahead with the fixtures. I wait. There's people that do it for their daily jobs. So that information will come out. But you are more than likely right. If City do what they done, I think, was it a couple of years ago where they were in every tournament, you're more than likely right. So yeah, I think so. Couple more questions and we're nearly done. I keep saying this, isn't it? So I'm going to be done. Who would you bench? Robinson, Hudson? I'm not benching Trent. No. Yeah, play Trent. I've said it already earlier on. I know it's against Arsenal, but you can get you an attack in return, man. You can't play like, look at him as a midfielder. That might get clean sheet points. That's the way to look at it. Gabriel at 8 Nori. Trent staying above the guy called Mo is in the mini league. Trent to stay above, yeah. Try and stay above the guy called Mo in the mini league. Oh, Mo, I mean, it could be. It's not me. I've not been top of any mini leagues this season so far. Oh, I need to turn this season around. It's not me, so that's for sure. Gabriel at 8 Nori. Gabriel. It's a boring one, isn't it? Yeah. I think I'm going on the premise that Arsenal lock it down defensively, like complete lockdown. Arteta won't want Liverpool having too much fun here. Foden starts minutes. Yeah, I know. That's the issue, mate. But the gamble, look at it like this. Southampton, you'll be fuming if he gets even 70 minutes against Southampton and they score 5 goals. Surely there's 2 returns for us. So yeah, play him, mate. I know it would annoy you, but the potential there's too big. Play him. Savio instead of Foden if you're on a budget. Yeah, but that Savio, I'm not sure is he fully locked yet. That's the one for me. I'm not sure. I do like him, but I'm not sure. Gabriel on game week 9. Game week 9. What we got? Game week 9. And this week, Vardio or Gabriel in this week 9. Yeah, Vardio, easy. That's easy. The clean sheet odds, mate, are ridiculous. Definitely easy. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Thank you. So you remind me that the green arrows, mate, but not bigger than mine. Okay, yeah. Come on, man. I need 1 green arrow at least. Did you see my score last week? Oh, God. All right, I think we're going to finish up on one more question. This the most prominent question this week. I'm still 50-50. I'm going to jump off the stream and then I'm going to think what to do. That one. That's the most important one for me. I think I'm just so you know, and I'll post it on socials to make sure so you know my last move. So I'm transparent. So you don't think I'm part of the cartel. But more than likely, Diaz is going for Foden and triple captain. I'm 50-50. It's a bit of a cop out, but yeah, that's where I'm at. So listen, I'm going to finish off, but you know why? Because I want to go back and make actually my move as well and just think about the last couple of changes. So please like and subscribe. Look at this, like and subscribe. Yes, thank you, Jay. Thank you. Yes, I think there's more questions. Sorry if I've not got back to them. Next time, what I'll be doing is trying to stay to the actual deadline, which is the purpose of the deadline stream. This week was a bit of a combination of my game week 9 game week team selection, which is here, and a bit of a deadline because of the timing of work and whatnot. It was a bit of a crazy day. So this is the best I could do. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And against City at home, the Emirates, I mean, the stats, if you're ever stuck like this, I know it's boring. I keep coming back to this. It's a lovely chart taken from Rob FPL. Look at the stats. These are people that are working in the industry, making money, and they see, this is what they see the projected markets at. City are looking to score 4 goals. I reckon it could be, if they score early, they could be even more. So yeah, Southampton's defense is going to be in big trouble. They'll try and play a back 5. It won't save them. Right. On that note, I'm going to wish everyone good luck. Hopefully green arrow, unless you're in my mini leagues, of course. But wish everyone good luck and say thank you very much. Please like and subscribe. And once you jump off this, go straight to the Juice channel, and you're gonna catch a laugh. You're gonna see them. First of all, they're all wearing Cartel outfits, so that's already, you need to check that out. So please go ahead and do that. Like, and also after you jump off the stream, go put a comment in the video. It helps the algorithm. So I hear. But anyway, good luck. Thank you very much, everyone. I really appreciate everyone jumping on. Thank you. Bye-bye.